Hey, well done for making it through another module. I know the last one had a particularly hard challenge, so if you made it this far, then great job, well done. Now, I want to talk to you about, I guess, like an experience that I had when I was younger, and I thought it was really formative for me. So, when I was in my 16th year, I really wanted to be the science prefect of the school. It was basically this position where you get to curate a notice board with science news. You get to plan a science club for the younger children. And I, for some reason, just had my heart set on it. I loved everything to do with science. And I spent all my days preparing, like trying to be the best possible science prefect I could be. Like, already helping out and planning future experiments that I could do. But for some reason or other, the headmistress of the school, she didn't really want this dream of mine, I guess, to come true. And I remember her telling me, this, 16-year-old girl, that, at some point in life, you have to experience what it's like to not get what you want. And, kind of thinking back on it, that's kind of cruel. But, especially to somebody who's so young and so bright-eyed and so set on this goal, it crushed me. Like, the moment when she said that to me and told me that, it's gonna go, the job is gonna go to somebody who doesn't even want it. I remember going home that day and just bawling my eyes out. Like, I was crying like there was no tomorrow. It's just like the injustice of it all, the fact that she told me that, the reason is because you want it too much. Like, that's just crazy. And at the time, my grandfather, I remember him telling me that, like, there are so many things that he could have said to me. He could have said, like, don't worry, kid, it's not your fault. Like, it's just because the headmistress is, racist, or it's because she's sexist, or it's because, you're an immigrant, or, like, there's just so many things that he could have said which could have been true. But instead, he chose to tell me that, there are things that you can change in life, and there are things that you can't change in life. The things that you can't change usually have to do with other people. And the things that you can change are how you view a situation and how you act. So you can prove other people wrong. You can become something. You can do really well at things. And you doing really well will make those people who've hurt you feel bad. More than if you had just, been spiteful or something. And I remember him telling me that, try to get the best possible grades you can to become the best possible person you can. And that's the best way of reenacting your event, is to live a great life and be a great person. And I think, I think back at, like, if that moment, like, I had made the wrong conclusions, how my life would have turned out to be. If I had just decided that, whatever, I'm not going to do school anymore. I'm just going to go and give up on this whole thing because life isn't fair. And, I think it was really, really wise, the thing that my grandfather said, because it really changed my outlook on life. Like, things aren't fair, but how you interpret it and what you do are the things that you get to determine. So focus on those. And I mean, I feel like I'm rambling here, but I hope there's something that would help you too from this story of mine. You know, I know that you're probably in a situation where there are things that have happened to you or that are unfair, that have made things more difficult. And you have a choice too. You get to determine how you act and how you view those things, those adversities. And if you make the right choices and live the best possible life you can, that's the best way of showing up the people who've hurt you. So this one's a little bit deep, but I hope it was helpful to some of you. Anyways, let me know on Twitter if it's something that you can relate to. And yeah, keep going, keep pushing for your future, because, you know, you're the one who's in charge. You can do it.